Making the Invisible Visible, Black Women 365 Days of the Year. Each day will spotlight a remarkable woman whose story has shaped Black, British or global diasporic history. Women whose achievements are too often overlooked. Through these daily short films, we create a living, breathing archive of leadership, creativity, resistance and legacy. Let's begin. When we celebrate the pioneers of modern dance, certain names are mentioned time and time again. Yet one extraordinary woman is too often left out of the conversation. Her name was Pearl Primus, a dancer, a choreographer, an anthropologist, a scholar, and one of the most important figures in changing how the world understood African dance. Born in Trinidad in 1919, Pearl Primus moved to New York as a young child. Like many Black women of her generation, she dreamed big. She studied biology and planned to become a medical researcher. But racism stood in her way. Despite earning a university degree, she did not find work in science because she was Black. Many people would have accepted defeat. Pearl Primus chose a different path. Almost by accident, she found dance. Within months, it became clear that she possessed an extraordinary gift. Powerful, athletic, and emotionally compelling, she stunned audiences with jumps that seemed to suspend her in the air. Critics described her as unlike anyone they had ever seen. But Pearl Primus wasn't interested in dance simply as entertainment. She believed dance could educate. Dance could challenge injustice. Dance could tell the truth. Her groundbreaking works confronted racism, lynching, poverty, and inequality at times when few artists dared to put these subjects on the stage. In works such as Strange Fruit, Hard Time Blues, and The Negro Speaks of Rivers, she transformed movements into protests and performance into political action. She once embraced the belief that dance is a weapon for social change. That philosophy shaped everything she created. But perhaps her greatest contribution was challenging how the Western world viewed African dance. For generations, African movement had been dismissed as primitive or exotic. Pearl Primus knew better. She understood that African dance carried history, philosophy, spirituality, and knowledge. Determined to learn from source, she travelled across West Africa, living with communities, learning directly from dancers, elders, and cultural leaders. She didn't just simply observe traditions, she participated in them. In Nigeria, she was given the name Omawala, the child who returned home, a recognition of her respect she had earned. She brought that knowledge back not to imitate Africa, but to honour it. She insisted that African dance deserved the same academic respect as ballet or modern dance. Later, she earned a doctorate in anthropology, becoming one of the first artists to unite rigorous academic research with professional performance. Through her teaching, choreography, and scholarship, she created a bridge between Africa, the Caribbean, and the African diaspora, preserving traditions that might have otherwise been lost. Her influence can still be seen today in generations of choreographers, educators, and performers, including the work of Alvin Ailey and many others who followed in her footsteps. Pearl Primus didn't simply change dance. She changed the conversation about Black culture. She proved that African dance is not folklore confined to the past. It is a sophisticated artistic language, a living archive, and a powerful expression of identity. As we continue making the invisible visible, Black women 365 days a year, we celebrate Pearl Primus not only as an exceptional artist, but as a visionary who transformed how the world sees African dance. Because every time we recognise her legacy, we take another step towards ensuring that Black dance history is no longer overlooked, but acknowledged as an essential part of a shared cultural history. Thank you for joining us for today's story. Making the Invisible Visible is our commitment to ensuring that Black women's histories and contributions are recognised, valued and kept in daily circulation.
Across 2026, we will continue to share these powerful narratives, 365 days of impact, brilliance and inspiration. Stay connected, join the conversation, and help us champion the women whose journeys continue to shape our world. I'm Paulette Brooks, and I'm looking forward to seeing you tomorrow for the next story.